All right, it's another lovely day to be on Elevated TV. My name is Adafi Matthew Esogene, and I have one man who's been there, done it, seen it all on both sides. Is what you call the best of both worlds. When R. Kelly and Azeez did an album, they called it the best of both worlds because the best from rap and the best from R&B came together to do that album. And the man I have on the seat today is one you call the best of both worlds. He's played football at club level just about everywhere from Julius Berger to Kwara United to Warri Wolves, Enugu Rangers, Eyimba Football Club of Aba, Shooting Stars, legendary clubs. And then he left there. He's also been at the B Soccer from the very beginning up until this moment. He's an icon, he's a national legend, he's everything, he's a treasure when it comes to playing in the league and also playing B Soccer. He's been to every part of the world because of football. And I'm very, very pleased and excited to have you. Abu Azeez, you're welcome to 1v1 on
Elevated. It's my pleasure being here. I have always wanted to be here, and it's good to be here right now. I'm very, very happy.
I have a whole lot of questions coming from social media, but let's get in the gist first. Where are you from?
I'm from Lagos State, or Joe local government precisely.
When you say you're from Lagos State, your mom and your dad, or your mom?
My dad is from Lagos State, and mom is from Ogun State, Ota.
Okay.
Ota precisely.
So you're a relative of Olusegun Obasanjo, former president?
Somehow. From the mother side.
Claim it. No problem with that. So how did the idea of Abu Azeez becoming a B soccer player? I mean, I thought that to be a B soccer player, you have to have a certain skill set, a special kind of training. Where did the beach thing come in?
I started playing football in my local government, Ojo local government in Lagos here, and my grassroots team, Owibe Shebe FC, we train.
Come back again.
Owibe Shebe, it means talk and do.
Okay.
Talk and do, like. So where we trained happened to be a Sunday.
Who was your coach at Owibe Shebe?
Coach Yusuf Durosimi.
Okay.
So we usually train in a very sandy pitch, and that made me play low on the sand on the beach. And sometimes we go to Badagry to play football, the normal football with our boots on. And the idea of beach soccer happened to be way back in 2009. The national beach soccer team, they were camped in Lagos, in Badagry. They had a tournament in South Africa, and they needed friendly matches to prepare the team to go to South Africa. And somehow they got a link with my coach to play a friendly match. And my coach called the list of players to go and play the match. I was like, Coach, I know Sabi play beach soccer. I don't know what's in the beach soccer. I never played beach soccer before. My coach said, it's the same thing as football. The only difference is we're not putting on boots. I hear then they do rules and regulation. Me, I don't know which one be rules and regulation. My coach said, let's just go. We'll just play. I said, okay, fine. And we got to the match venue, and I just noticed it was 4 players, 1 keeper. We played, and I used the mindset of playing a monkey post.
Yeah.
To just play. Okay, monkey post, keeper day. And we started playing. And towards the end of the second period, I was on the field playing. I looked outside, and I saw one of the spectators that was staying beside the national team coaches. He left there and he was walking towards my coach. I was on the field playing, and I was looking at him. And the next thing, I saw him pointing towards me. I couldn't hear what he was discussing with my coach, so I just ignored. And after the second period, when we went outside, after the coach instructed us and told us how we're going to play the third period, the coach called me aside and told me, Ogbeni, our national team coach, want to real, want to fair well. I was like, when you want to play real, Shana, waiting concern me with beach soccer. I just entered and played all I wanted to play. I wasn't thinking about joining the national team. My intention that day was to just go and have fun. like to go and see the national team players I've been hearing about: Olawale, Okemiri, Abdul Isa, Victor Tali, but I haven't seen them before. So I just wanted to just meet them that day, and that's all. At the end of the day, we finished playing. We lost 6-4. I scored 2 of the goals, and immediately after the match, the national team coach, he called me and my coach, and he was telling the coach that if not because he has submitted the names of players traveling, he would have included me in that list immediately. That have I been playing beach soccer before? I said no. Like, this happened to be my first time. He said I was playing like I've been playing beach soccer for long. That he wants me to just continue training and to be fit, and for me to pray that they come first or second when they get to South Africa. But by then they would have qualified to the World Cup, that I'll join the team. Then I was like, oh, fine, no problem. So they went to South Africa and they came first. So it means they qualified to the World Cup in Dubai. So I was just getting ready, and when they resumed camp in September 2009, I was invited to camp. We were like 30 something. I was invited to camp. I happened to be the smallest, the newest, the most local player in the team. But thank God I made the list, and that was how I started playing beach soccer till date.
Okay, so you practically started beach soccer before your professional club career started.
It was like, fortunately or coincidentally, it happened to be the same period, because it was that same August, September period that I joined Julius Berger. So I even had to excuse myself from Julius Berger camp to go join the national team camp then.
At Julius Berger, you were playing under a renowned youth developer. In Nigeria, I think he's the coach that have developed young players
Yes,
the most.
yes, absolutely.
I mean, David Ogaga,
Yes,
Wisin Oruma, Christian Obodo, Joseph Eyimofe, just to name a few.
Very well, yeah.
Omonigo Temile.
Yeah, of course,
You know,
of course.
a lot of these players
Yes.
from Warri.
Yes,
Any major player that came out from Warri came through Invisible Leopard. You were playing under Coach Napoleon Aluma.
Yeah.
So how was it easy? Because Napoleon is also a player hogger. I remember when I wanted to sign the Umokoro from Invisible Leopard to Globe Star Football Club, I was willing to pay transfer fee for state league team. First time in the history when he hugged him and didn't let him leave. So how was it easy for him to allow you go play beach soccer while you were still playing? And you're a key player for Julius Berger. So how
we had to fight. We had to fight, and I had to beg the national team coach to do everything he can to make me join the team. And Coach Napoleon had no choice than to just let me go. But even when I got back, he still raised some little eyebrows. And but because I was important to the team, there was a little he could do than to just let me go. When I got back, I continued playing. Playing under Coach Napoleon happened to be one very difficult task, because he's a man of he's a principled man, very principled man. And as at then, before I could sign, it wasn't easy at all, because in my position we had like he already selected like 20 good strikers, and he wanted to pick maybe just 7. So what he was doing then was punishing us. Like, he would deliberately punish you so that you're not strong mentally, you would leave. And that was how so many players started leaving. Some players that were even better than me, better than we that remained, some of them left because they couldn't cope. We might come to training now, and maybe you want to pass the ball on the ground to somebody.
Yeah.
The pitch isn't good enough. Maybe the ball just hits the ground and bounces up. Coach Napoleon will just tell you that go and continue jogging like 15 minutes.
I know.
Like, if you're not strong enough mentally, you'll be angry and you leave. If you come to training now and you are late for 1 minute, Coach Napoleon might tell you that you have to jog till the training ends. So I think playing under him is it is something I I really like because it prepared me mentally to become a Nigerian professional footballer. Because if you're not strong, I don't think you'll be able to cope in the league.
Okay, so you're joining into football. Because you're somewhat of a very different breed of Nigerian footballers. You fall into the class of people like Victor Azeez, Sheyi Olofinjana. You are academically sound, and your football is also top notch. One of the most fantastic player that I've seen in the league. And you play from the right, sometimes you play from the left. What's your favorite position on the field of play?
I prefer playing behind the striker, like playing as a number
number
eight.
eight.
As a number eight, so like joining the midfield and supporting the striker because it gives me lots of opportunity to get the ball most times, and it gives me a lot of chance to shoot because I love shooting a lot. So playing behind the striker, coming into the midfield to get the ball from other midfielders gives me lots of joy. And sometimes I like playing from the wings. If I notice my midfielders are so good, and I feel like playing on the wings could give me chances to get the ball, dribble, set the ball, receive and shoot. I sometimes like playing from the wings as well.
Which do you prefer, scoring the goal or assisting the goal?
I like assisting a lot. I like assisting. That's why I love watching Thomas Rosicky of Arsenal and Mesut Ozil, Kevin De Bruyne. So those players gives me joy.
When you were growing up, these names you mentioned were not household names. What are the players you look up to when you were growing up?
Yeah, Thierry Henry happened to be my role model and mentor while growing up. In fact, I started supporting Arsenal because of Thierry Henry, and this is simply because of how he played. He started playing from the outside left when he was playing until Arsene Wenger converted him into a point man, and this is because of his speed, goal sense, and control. So that Thierry Henry actually made me started supporting Arsenal, made me started watching football well.
So let's talk about your journey. Let's run a graph now.
Okay.
Julius Berger in the Pro League.
Yeah, sure.
2 million naira. Whoop! That was your transfer to Kwara United.
No, from Julius Berger, I moved to Bridge FC.
Okay. No, Julius Berger
is still Bridge FC.
So
okay,
like
they only changed the management. They changed the management.
The club morphed into Bridge FC. From Bridge FC upward to Kwara
United. Yeah.
Who was your coach in Kwara United and the set of players that were there? How was it like?
Coach Samson Unwale happened to be my coach in Kwara United, and I had some quality players. Olukokuno Jim, Stanley Dingba is with Eyimba right now. Samuel Adegbenro, he plays in Norway. I had Yaya Adamu. I had Okeodita.
Yeah.
Okeodita. I have Suraj Ayeleso with Kano Pillars right now. I have whole lots of great players in the team. Unfortunately, we had one of the best team that period because Kwara United that season won at least 5 away matches that season. But we were not good enough at home. I don't know. And that was how the team relegated. It wasn't funny at all. Going out of your state to win away matches and then our home it's so crazy that we couldn't even get it done.
So Kwara got relegated.
Kwara United and then we were relegated then, and
Warri?
I moved to Warri Wolves.
What was the transfer like?
Immediately I left Kwara United, I traveled, and when I got back, I was at home because the transfer window already closed then. So I was at home just training. And when it was mid-season, I moved to Warri Wolves on loan. The chairman then, Davison Owumi, decided to just give me a chance to play, and I did very well because
was Paul Aibogo the coach when you went to Warri?
Coach Paul Aibogo was the coach.
We're going to talk about Paul Aibogo.
Yeah, he happened to be one of the best coaches I've worked with. I moved to Warri in 2014 to play for Warri Wolves under Coach Paul Aibogo, and that happened to be the best team I've ever played in my life because we had um, we had the best set of players. Even if you are in a Warrior Wolves team from 2013, 14, 15, um, if on a match day and you don't make the list, you wouldn't have anyone to blame than to blame yourself. And you are not blaming yourself because you are not good enough. It's just because you are good, you are ready, but at maybe for that match day, the person replacing you is offering something different entirely from you. Because for me, I play as a number 8. Sometimes I play as a number 9. Sometimes I play as a number 7 or a number 11. That's one advantage I have. So as a number 8, I had a player like Ogene Karo Etebo. I have a player like Sikiru Alimi of Lobby Stars. I have a player like Bolahon Salami. I have players like Muekachi Okafor. I have players like Kufri Ebong. You know, like I have Itoya Kelvin. So as an attacker, you have varieties of good or great players. So sometimes if you don't make a match day, you know, like these other people, it's like they have something else they are offering
That you're not.
that you are not doing at that period. So what I was doing is if
And then sometimes because of the tactics the coach wants to play
yes,
based on the
yes.
opposition.
So sometimes I just look at myself and I find myself playing as a winger, and it was fine by me. So that was one thing that was helping us then in Warrior, because every position on that field, you have five, six great players playing in that position. So that has always helped the team. And for the coach Paul Aibogu, he happened to be somebody that when we were in Warri, he was choosing the best sets to play. He plays you on your performance, on your form, on your performance. So that really helped us, and we were not having issues at all. And with the help of the chairman, then Mr. Davison Omi, he really supported the coach very, very well. So that happened to be the best team that I have played for all my life.
And let's talk about Bola Salami. Do you think that sometimes there is this perception that people have about players that help to destroy them? Because, like you said, a whole lot of people have told me that Bola Salami is one of the best strikers they've seen. But then, I mean, look at his career. What happened?
The only thing I can say is while Bola Salami was growing up in the Nigerian league, he had some disciplinary issues with coaches, with management, with players, and I don't know. I wouldn't want to say maybe that is why he's not in the national team, because I know even after those period, he still played the national team a lot, but I wouldn't conclude that that's the main reason. But there was a period they started calling him Balotelli, simply because there was a period he had issues with some of the coaches in the league, and maybe because of that, some national team coaches or officials don't want to work with him anymore. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I've played with virtually almost all the good or great players in the Nigerian league, and Bola Salami is somebody I would still respect a lot, because he happened to be a very, very complete striker.
You played with Ufonudo.
Very, very well.
And you still think that Bola Salami is what you say he is?
Very, very well. Ufonudo is actually a winger.
Yeah.
But the only thing is he's a winger
with an eye for goal.
He has a mad eye for goal. So Ufonudo is not a striker. He only has great goal sense, great eyes for goals. But Bola Salami is one of the best striker that has ever played in Nigeria league. If a defender like may he so rest in peace, Chinedu Udoji, if a defender like Udoji can play against this striker and sweat, if Udoji can sweat or suffer
that's the word.
against a particular striker, it means that striker is so good. And that is what I have watched Salami do. Not once, not twice. Salami is so good unless he doesn't want to play. If Salami is ready to play football, like, he's going to give you what you want. And that's why when we're in worry, sometimes if we are having a very, very serious training session and he is doing it and he gets tired, the coach doesn't even bother because they know he's going to deliver when it comes to time to deliver. So that's one good advantage of Bola Salami. He's a complete striker.